Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the front garden bed this morning. We have some hostas here, along with some variegated sedum, which you don't see very often. It blooms a very light pink in the autumn. And then I have a couple of azaleas that I planted this year. So we'll see how those do in this area, but I think that they like it because it gets the eastern sun in the morning. And then in the front, some little violas. And then I have a row of the ryapi back behind it, which is really pretty in the fall with its little purple blooms. I have some seeds I planted here. These are carrots, which I don't recommend that you start them in little pots, but I had extra seeds, so I threw them in. And then on the right, these little ones are foxglove. So probably soon I'll be able to separate them out and pot them up in their own pots. Behind that I have a sky pencil, ilex, holly, and a wave petunia. It rained last night, so it's looking a little droopy. Hasn't perked up yet, but I'm sure the rain will make it happy later. Back behind, you can't see that well, but we have some plum pudding heucheras, which are really happy here. I'm probably going to put some more to fill in this space right here. I had something there. It was a dahlia. It was too shady here for it, so I had to move it. And I have some more hostas along with bleeding heart. This hosta you can barely see right here is the wee hosta. I think that's the hosta of the year from Proven Winners. I didn't get it from them. I got it from a local nursery, and I thought they were having a hosta sale, and they said, we're having a hosta sale, but no, it was the wee hosta that was on sale, and I thought they were cute, so I bought them anyways. Then we have some gay feather in the front here, which just finished blooming, so I cut the stalks off. But it leaves behind a nice pretty grassy like foliage. Some more hostas here. In the back, I have a new bush. I'm going to try here for a little bit more height in this bed. It's a pink sparkler birch leaf spirea. So it should bloom with some little pink flowers in the spring as well as in the fall. So hopefully I'll get to show those to you soon in the fall. I did get it on sale, so you see a little bit of browning on some of the leaves, but that should take care of itself soon now that it's planted in a good place and getting plenty of water. And this here we have a hellebore. That one blooms white. It usually blooms around February, March, or April, depending on how warm the winter is or the spring. This is a June hosta right here, hosta June. One of my favorites. I just like the colors between the blues that meld into kind of the limey green and the lighter yellow, creamy yellow. It just is a good size as well. I planted some chives as well this year to bring a little bit of color in the spring. We'll see if they bloom again this fall. And blue hosta, these hosta way in the back, these are hosta guacamole. They don't really look that much like guacamole to me, but I don't know. You tell me in the comments, what do you think? Guacamole? Not guacamole? And I'm not sure that they look like guacamole. Some large root geranium, which blooms pink in the spring and is pretty. A little crispy right now. We haven't gotten much rain lately, but we just got some, so that should make it a little happier. And I like these lime hostas. They grow fairly low. And here we have a Japanese maple that I've been growing for 16 years. I believe I bought it from the National Arbor Day Foundation, and it was a teeny tiny stick when I got it. And I planted it in my yard at my last house. It was there for a year before I bought this one, so I took it with me. You can see I have some additional Hellebores here, more different kinds of hostas. The bleeding heart foliage over here is not looking so hot because it hasn't gotten any rain. But you know, that's bleeding heart for you. Then there's another hellebore here, and this one blooms more of a dark pink. I cannot tell you the variety, but it's definitely very different from the others. And so is this one here. You can tell the foliage is just a different shape, a different color, but it stays nice throughout the summer. It's fairly evergreen, so it's nice to see in the winter, and then you get the blooms in the spring. The deer. Look at what the deer have done to my plants, you guys. Liquid fence is going on today. Lots of it again. That's life in Zone 5B in Michigan. We had 3 bucks come through, velvet on their horns, with 3 fawns and 1 doe. Here's another birch leaf pink sparkler spirea. You can see actually there's 1 little pink flower here. Like I said, it should get, oh, there's another one peeking out back there. Should get some more in a few months, I think, a couple months. And then another sky pencil holly here. Those are evergreen. Oh, actually, there is one more that's in this bed, but it's kind of hiding, so I'm going to show it to you. It's in this large leaf geranium. It hasn't grown tall enough yet to poke out, but there it is. Probably next year we'll be able to see it a lot better. Another shrub that I have in this bed that not a lot of people plant, but is gorgeous. It took me a while to find one. It's a Fothergilla. I think I'm saying that correctly. Fothergilla. It has little fringe-like button white flowers in the spring. And just look at that waxy blue foliage. I mean, look at those leaves. They're so pretty. I had it in an area that was getting too much sun, and it burnt off the blue, and it just wasn't happy, so I moved it over here, and ta-da! Looking so much happier, and it's already put on some new growth this year, so it should get a little bushier and bigger next year. I have a dark horse Regila right here, which is a blooming bush as well, more of a springtime flower. And then back here, another thing that not a lot of people plant, and it's right by one of my vents, but I have to show it to you. It's the I think it's called Acanthus mollis. And this one is so spiky. The pollinators like it. It's kind of purple and cream, just really different type of flower. Not a lot of people plant it. This bed I've tried like 5 or 6 times to get rid of the lily of the valley, and I'm done fighting. So I planted this low growing fragrant sumac bush this year, and I'm hoping that it's supposed to spread 6 feet wide. So I'm hoping it just kind of covers it up and makes it a little bit less prominent, the lily of the valley, because I don't know, some people love it, but to me it just kind of sits there. And it's on the side of my house, so I don't really see the tiny little blooms. Anyhow, oh, and there's a striptease hosta right here. Boom. So that's the bed. I'll step back a little bit so you can see it from afar. There it is. Lots of different colors of hostas, geraniums, and a nice Japanese maple. And one last thing to show you in there that I did not and should have gotten a little bit closer up on because it's gorgeous. The maidenhair fern. Dun dun dun. I used to see these growing up in Wisconsin all the time and just love them. All right, thanks for joining me. Have a great day.